A manufacturer's first service of a motorcycle. What's involved, what's included, and what are you paying for? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. So I'm here at Bikers Nottingham, one of MotoGB's flagship stores, and I've got my brand new Vogue just perfectly running and due its first service. So today we're going to go through exactly everything that's involved in a first service, and plus we're going to look at what's real and what's a myth about getting it done at a main dealer. So the Vogue has just been pushed into the workshop and put on the ramp. This is my technician. Your name is?
Dan.
And Dan is about to do a proper manufacturer service. Now I just want to clear up something really quickly. If I was a home mechanic as such, I bought the bike and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to bother with any of this. I'm not going to pay for the first service. I'm going to do it all myself. I'm going to buy the parts from some auto supplier and fit it. Will I still have my warranty at the end?
No, because you need to be a qualified technician, use genuine parts and the correct grade of oil.
So there you go. You have to bring it into a main manufacturer, get it properly done at an actually authorised garage. Anyway, I'm going to let the man crack on doing the service and he'll go through exactly what's included so you can see what you're paying for.
First thing we need to do is gain access to the oil drain bolt, which is a case of taking off the sump guard.
So how many years have you been a mechanic for?
30 plus.
30 plus years.
Man and boy.
How many do you reckon you've serviced?
Oh. It's got to be in the tens of thousands by now.
And what's the most famous person's bike you've serviced?
Paul Hollywood.
Paul Hollywood?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah, he bought a used foggy Ducati 916.
That's like my dream.
Always replace the drain washer.
So is this the housing for the oil filter?
It is, yeah.
Then another thing on this, in this 350 miles, sort of around 6,000 revs, I'm getting a noise, but I think that's chain.
Okay, yeah.
That's kind of, I'm guessing, would have stretched, because being brand spanking new.
It will have done by now, yes.
Do most bikes come in as dirty as this?
Not most. It's not the dirtiest one.
Should have tried harder.
Yeah.
What's the average time it takes to service a bike?
If it's a first service, it's usually about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the bike.
And is there a worse bike service? Well, it's quite a pain.
Probably Kawasaki's.
Kawasaki's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for the access part of it.
And what are you spraying on there?
Brake cleaner.
Brake cleaner. Get rid of any of the excess of the
Get
oil.
rid of the excess oil, and it evaporates.
It's amazing on the first service actually how dirty that is, isn't it? And obviously it's all very new.
Yes,
So
but that shows that the oil filter's doing its job.
exactly. It shows how much it needs to be done as well.
Absolutely. See? Genuine filter. And we also replaced the housing gasket as well.
So you're just removing the old part of the gasket at the minute?
The excess gasket that's stuck to the outer cover.
That's a new filter in place. Do you find when tightening that you go around in a certain way?
Yeah, obviously you want to bolt it down evenly.
Yep.
So you're not putting any stress on the bolts or the threads.
Do people easily over tighten them?
Yes, all the time.
And then do you get them in here after they've done that?
Yes, usually.
And you have to replace the whole thing or re-tap it?
Re-tap it, re-helicoil it. Yeah, general thread repairs. Leave to the oil to drain as long as we can.
Get as much out as possible.
Yeah, especially in the first service.
Or even like that, the way you've got a little thing that fits the...
Yeah,
old
just
one on.
lets it drain off.
So what are we checking with the front brake?
So what we do, we strip and clean the calipers, get rid of any dirt, debris.
Is that just the first service or
All services?
All services.
Yeah.
Is there any difference between the first to the next service?
Not so much. Just rechecking all items. Slightly more labour intensive, but generally you're doing the same. Also inspect the pads for any abnormal wear or damage.
How are they looking?
Pretty good. Do have a little bit of damage to the pad material there.
Hence there's a little bit of a squeak.
Yeah. What will also be is a build-up of dust.
Would you recommend, as a mechanic wise, to service a bike? Because obviously it's got service intervals, but for example, every year, normally a bike's due an MOT. Would you recommend every year you service a bike?
Yes, regardless of mileage. Yeah. Minimum, an oil change. At the end of the day, that's the lifeblood of the motorcycle. What we look for is whether there's any corrosion on the pistons, which there shouldn't be at this mileage anyway. So they're looking good. Also make sure that the pistons move nice and freely, which again, they should at that mileage.
Lovely.
I apply just a thin smear of grease to the sliding pins.
What does it do by putting copper grease on the back of the pads?
It stops or prevents corrosion.
Yeah.
And which should hopefully stop them squeaking as well.
Nice. What's the most expensive bike you've worked on?
R7 maybe? Proper R7.
Proper R7. Race spec R7.
Race spec R7. RC45s.
Nice. What's the worst then?
The worst?
What's the worst one that's come in you've gone, oh my god?
Anything with a sidecar.
Okay, that makes sense, because you can't put on the ramp.
Yeah. Yeah, anything with a sidecar. Make sure the brakes pump back up before taking it from the ramp.
Now is that to mark in case they start coming loose?
Yeah, it's just a visual
check.
Visual check. Yeah, we want to move to the rear of one.
Just checking for wheel bearings now.
Yeah, as you can see, the drive chain is too tight.
It's too tight.
It's too tight.
Too tight, that's interesting. I was expecting the opposite.
Yeah, too tight.
Yeah, it looks well tight.
So that will explain
the noise.
The noise.
So does that often happen? It goes the other way, or because it only started doing it yesterday?
No, if anything, it will get loose. It won't tighten by itself.
So it's probably been tight right from the beginning.
Okay, you'll have to account a little bit for the
weight.
extra weight over the back.
Yeah, that'll make sense. So if you put on weight on the back, check the chain, change tension.
Yeah, whether it's luggage, even a pillion passenger.
So how do you test and adjust?
So what we check wheel alignment first. As you can see, it's slightly out.
If this doesn't show the importance of a first service, and I don't know what will, because they're not the kind of things a lot of people would check and adjust, and they'd expect the opposite.
And never rely on the factory marks. Always measure.
So obviously you've been doing this for years, but what is the correct sort of chain slack would you expect?
It depends on model to model. You tend to find off-road adventure style bikes will have a little bit more chain slack due to the suspension travel. Some of the modern sports bikes with quick shifters, the chain tension is very minimal. So anywhere usually from 10 mil to sort of 45, 50 mil, like I say, depending on model.
And how often would you check your chain?
If you read the manual correctly, it should be every day. Every day. Obviously lubrication's a big part as well, especially if you're using it in the wet or dry conditions. Most bikes will have the correct chain tension marked on the chain guard. And you want to measure in the centre of the chain run, approximately 20 millimetres, which is bang in the centre of where you want to be. You just lock your adjusting bolts off.
So next up, tyre pressure check.
Tyre pressure check. Also just checking, make sure there's no nails or thorns in the tread. As I've said before, always replace your crush washer. Wipe off any excess oil. A small amount of grease on the guard bolts just to help prevent the lint.
Now the recommended oil.
Which on this specific model is 1040.
Now changing the throttle, adjusting it up. Getting rid of the play, is that the right word?
That's it. Cable's done its initial stretch at this point. A couple of millimetres play. Doing the same with the clutch. Check the clutch. Which is okay in this instance. And then we do a final nut and bolt check recheck the oil. Should be good to go. Just grease and oil, locks and pivot points.
Is everything done, yeah? Cool, thank you very much.
Well, there you go. And do you know what? How incredible is that? Because if I was trying to do that at home, I would generally not have done anywhere near the level that they do. They go through every nut and bolt, they clean everything off, and they do it in a really precise way. And that's exactly what you're paying for. We know now that you've got to bring it in and get it done properly. And this video shows exactly why. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and hopefully when you buy your Vogue or one of their motorcycles, you'll come here and get it serviced. But I want to say a massive thank you for watching. A massive thank you to MotoGB for letting us behind closed doors to see how it's all done. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a cheeky little comment down below. And I will see you next time here on Helmet Head. Enjoy the ride, enjoy what's left of this beautiful weather, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.